As I promised in my last book haul, today we're going to talk about Lev Grossman's The Magicians. I'm kind of worried that this review is going to be a mess because I read this back in June and I have a lot of feelings about it, but I wanted to get this review in before I started reading The Magician King, the sequel, because I'm going to review that. The Magicians is the story of a boy named Quentin who is in his final year of high school and who is very smart and very depressed and slightly obsessed with a series of books about a magical land known as Fillory. And then he is unexpectedly admitted into a college of magic. And the rest of the book deals with his adventures at school and immediately after he graduates. So, if you have heard of this book, you have probably heard it described as being Harry Potter for grown-ups. And my response to that would probably be, kinda? I mean, it is about a bunch of young people at a school for magic, you know, and they have a lot of sex and drink and do a bunch of drugs. So, I mean, if you've ever read the Harry Potter books and were like, well, this is good, but it could really use some more cocaine. Oh my god, it's magic! Huh. Then I mean, yeah, this'll probably work for you. But the thing is, this book is actually much more a riff on The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis than it is on Harry Potter. And also, it's really only superficially about these things. It's actually about stories and the way that these stories affect us, particularly the stories that we first hear when we're very young. So the thing about this book is, I love it. It's so good. It's really well done. But the people who are going to get the most out of it are the ones who grew up reading children's fantasy books and are now disaffected 20-somethings. So, like, I adored this book, but I fall very much into the target demographic. And that's not to discourage people, you know, who are not in that category from reading it. Because really, I think that as long as you have a good, solid background in fantasy, you will be fine. Because this book does assume that you are coming at it with a knowledge of previous works of fantasy. Like, it's a riff on those tropes. I will say I don't think that I would recommend this for teenagers. Not because of content or anything, because I don't care what you read. Honestly, I think once you hit high school, you are perfectly capable of making your own decisions about what you should read. I just think that if you're a teenager, you're not going to get a lot out of this because it's about a time in your life that you just haven't hit yet. I hope that doesn't sound really condescending to teenagers because I don't mean it to be. It's just, oh man, I think if you're a teenager, you're gonna think everybody in this book is an asshole. And they are, but they're much more sympathetic if you are at the point in your life that they are. So this book did hit me on that emotional level, but there are also a lot of other reasons why I think it's really great. Like, there are moments when it's absolutely hilarious, and there are moments when it's absolutely heartbreaking, which is something that I really enjoy in a story. And also, the writing in this book is fucking beautiful. Lev Grossman knows his way around a sentence. Oh my god, I just want to pluck all of the words out of this book and put them in a pile on the floor and roll around in them. You know what? I'm going to read you a passage so you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is about the fictional land of Fillory that's in those books that Quentin is obsessed with, that I mentioned earlier. In Fillory, there's an eclipse every day at noon, and seasons can last for 100 years. Bare trees scratch at the sky. Pale green seas lap at narrow white beaches made of broken shells. In Fillory, things mattered in a way that they didn't in this world. In Fillory, you felt the appropriate emotions when things happened. Happiness was a real, actual, achievable possibility. It came when you called. Or no, it never left you in the first place. Right? It's so good. Oh, God. I've got over 20 minutes of footage. And hopefully I can edit this down into something that is coherent and not just me vomiting my feelings on you. That was a really gross metaphor. I'm sorry. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have read this, I would love to know what you thought because I love this book and I want to talk to people about it. So, comments and video responses are very much welcome. and I will see you soon. Bye.